Hello, hello, hello. Can you all hear me on there now? I know you can see my ugly mug, but can you hear me? It's showing on here that it's lighting up green, so
Mike says yes, success.
awesome. Hi, guys. Now I'm going to put this thing over here on him.
All right. Hi, gang.
Yes, success. And hey, Mike.
All right. Yeah. I get to take you for a little sea shanty ride for just a hot second. No, that's not what I want. He said, "Hey, Ma." Well, okay. I'll figure that out some other time. Yeah, she went back to her cave. Hey, thanks, Mike. I've had it since our grandson was been born, so I've had it just a little over a year now. Go away. Okay, there we go. I'll get this thing situated where I want it here sooner or later and quit making everybody seasick. I promise. There we go. That's as good as we're going to get it. I'm not touching no more. Yeah. Aggravated because of I'm working on this new tablet thingy and I'm not used to it, so I'm a little agitated right now with it. But other than that, yeah, I've feeling the best I have in about 3 months. Um, not having any major issues as far as health goes. Um, like I was saying in the chat, um, been in and out of the hospital 3 different times in the last 4 months with emphysema, bronchitis, pneumonia twice, double pneumonia at that twice. Um, all because of allergies has kicked in and caused flare ups and so forth. So they've got me on some allergy meds, um, along with some uh, uh, other stuff to help me breathe a little easier, uh, nebulizers, inhalers, and so forth, uh, to help me breathe and carry on a lot easier. So, uh, other than that, I'm doing all right. Had lost a bunch of weight over the course of the year, so that's always a good thing. How's everybody out there doing? I guess y'all can still hear me. I got part of your auction Saturday, no, Thursday night, I think it was, Mike, or was you on Thursday night? Maybe it was Saturday night. I was whooped out from being in the hospital for, well, it was Wednesday night. Yeah, it was a week ago. Yeah, a week ago, Wednesday. So been a week before last. I was coughing so bad I passed out pretty much, and she called the ambulance, come fetch me, and take me out to the Hopsicle. And I come home Saturday afternoon, and I got in my recliner, and I didn't move again until Sunday at some point. But I remember seeing part of your auction Saturday night, um, while flipping through channels, flipping through YouTube. I stopped and watched you and John, I think, for a short time. Yeah, well, it's vice versa, and we take care of each other. Have since 1986. So yeah, we've been taking care of each other for quite a long time. As far as the other issues goes, um, that I've been battling for what 3 years now with the brain tumor and all that crap. Um, there's a small one that has come back, um, smaller than a BB. They're not too worried about it. They're going to monitor it every 6 months to a year. I'm still shaking. Uh, it starts in my core and my abdomen, midsection, whatever. Radiates out from there, legs, arms, head. Um, that's another reason why I sleep in my lift chair is because it, you know, shakes her out of the bed. Uh, but still having headaches, still shaking really bad. Uh, the lower back just is on fire. Legs are numb. Um, it's a walking landmine. Pick a point and something somewhere is falling apart on it. Thank you, Miss Kathy. I hope you and your family is doing well as well, dear. And Mike is saying, um, you know, I find myself off into uh, a different realm on YouTube now. Um, a lot of off-roading stuff. Of course, demo derbies have always been a thing for me my whole life. Um, but I find myself off in that world, uh, watching uh, off-road stuff, demo derbies, um, fire videos. I don't know. Something's about it's always fascinating. I don't know if I was a fireman or something in a past life, but I watch them and how they do it and everything. Uh, I still like my jump scare videos. The bushman, the snowman, the more so the bushman popping out of bushes. Uh, yeah, Ma's floating around in the chat somewhere, Kathy. Um, yeah, it's beautiful country out there in Montana. One of the off-road people I watch is from Utah, and they do a lot of trail runs and rescues. A couple of them, actually, both of them are from that area. They do a lot of trail runs and rescues and stuff of off-roaders that break down or whatever. And some of the rigs they have are just outrageous. Uh, Fab Rats is one of them's called, and Matt's Off-Road Rescue Recovery or something like that. And then Marlon's Garage something. Uh, but yeah, it uh, Fabrets used to be he used to run demo derbies uh, years ago, and he got out of it and got into building and doing off-road stuff, and really cool, really fun watching him. He talks you through anything and everything he does pretty much step by step, and fabricates a lot of stuff that he builds himself instead of buying it. He fabricates it from scratch. Yeah, it's a true crime though. I a lot of that stuff I've seen in my sleep. Hey Lisa, what's up, kid? Um, I just gravitate towards the weird stuff, the crazy bridezillas, the crazy Karens, um, the dumpster divings. Kathy, I tell you what, just some of the stuff you find is just unfreaking believable. It just amazes me, and I'm grateful that you do what you do with it. You're an angel in disguise to a lot of folks out there. Mikey, you should be blue now. I think I figured out how to smurf you. Or no, excuse me, rephrase that. Um, blueberry you. Hey, no problem. Thank you, Lisa. The teen, they've already broke the left eyepiece, come apart. I took them in to see about getting them fixed, and they said, "Oh, there's no fixing them." I said, "What do you mean there's no fixing them?" "Well, this piece is busted." I said, "All right, just give me a new pair. They're under warranty, you know." And they looked it up and they said, "Well, it'll be $80." I said, "That's not, that's under warranty." I said, "They're less than a year old." "Well, after 6 months, you have to pay so much and blah blah blah." I'm like, yeah, never mind. Well, the best we could do is just put tape around it and you know go from there. So they taped it up and sent me home because I didn't have $80, and brought it home and Miss fixed it all in there. She worked her magic and put it back together, and I took them back out a little while later and had them all adjusted and everything, and what have you. So yeah, they work. I still have my old ones close by just in case. It's like the plastic frames, I get to sweating and moving around too much, they start sliding. So I grab my old ones and wear them. That way, you know, they don't fall off my face and break. So, is Buster awake? Hang on just a second, kids.
I got him to see. He's got to be mine, right?
Never mind, little man's asleep. So otherwise, I was going to bring him up here and show him off. But um, yeah. So he, but yeah, he's all over the place.
He's so cute.
Yes, he is. Yeah, nice to meet you, hon. We'll see you next. See you later.
Yeah.
Uh, we're I miss a lot of folks too. Like I said, I just my energy and time is spent with the little man, um, and the granddaughter a couple days a week when I have her. Um, you know, that's my energy is spent with the grandkids most of the time. Um, and then, taking care of the house. This is the other part of my time, doing the house stuff the best I can. Yeah, it's been a while, Kathy, and I apologize for that. Um, I know folks will see this later and go, "Oh, wow, we missed it," and I'm grateful for the ones that showed up. Kathy and Lisa and Mike. I'm grateful for that. Um, it just, I it's been on my mind, and it's like, okay, I'll do it today. You know, so we got this little tablet thingy, and Tina's had it for a long time, and she's like, well, why don't you start using this? It's bigger and easier for you to read instead of that little bitty phone thingy. It's only like this big compared to something that's 3 times the size of this. And oh yeah, rafter hangers are always welcome. I have no issues with the rafter hangers. You know, a good breeze, and they create they stir the air around. Um, they create a good breeze through with the gossip and stuff, so it's all good. um, hey Tina. So, uh, but yeah, it was time to face the world and say, hey, I am still alive. I popped into Victoria's chat a couple different times when I was in the hospital because, well, they come in and wake you up at the butt crack before dawn, and so I popped in a couple different times and said hey to folks then and let them know that hey, I am alive, even though I am in the hospital, I am alive, and so forth. But as far as actually being physically here, yeah, it's a Miss Jennifer. Hi, dear. Good to see you too as well, dear. Yep. Yep. It's still kicking. Still above ground. Not pushing up daisies yet. Working on trying to get some things in order. Um, Trying to make some changes, get some things lined out to make life a little easier for Tina and myself. Um, as far as our um, as far as health goes, um, just trying to make things easier. Getting these doctors to coincide with one another. That's where the hard part's at. Uh, but yes, we spend most of the days taking care of the little man, and uh, Tina, my prayers, dear. So sorry. Monster bear hugs. My deepest condolences to you. Um, like I said, I've been sleeping in this silly electric recliner um, for 2 weeks now, and I'm ready to try my bed again and see if I can sleep laying flat. Um, Otherwise, it's back to this recliner, and this recliner's not built for sleeping in, so it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But like I said, trying to make changes. Just just gotta jump through the hoops and cross your I's and dot your T's, so to speak. Yeah, that's if he wasn't passed out on a nap, I'd have him up here and uh, show him to everybody. He'd be all up in the camera saying hi and blowing kisses and waving. It's not too comfortable, is it, Lisa? You know, and the thing is this one's not exactly. It works, but it's not an oversized one. For someone of my statute, it's built for more someone like Tina. Um, but it works for me. I make it work. Um, but just sit in it and sleep in it, constantly is, not a good thing. Um, so, I'm going to try to migrate back to the bedroom later today and, see if I can sleep laying somewhat flat and not have too big of an issue. So hopefully, keep your fingers crossed and your toes and your ears and any other pieces that, can be wished upon. Uh, Miss Jennifer, if you're still in here, I seen some of that jewelry you got, dear. Holy camoly goly. That's unreal. There's some pretty stuff in that stuff. I know, I know. I didn't comment and so forth, but I did see it. Yeah, good deal. Yeah. But yeah, I seen. Hi, Patty Fish. I'm not sure Patty Fish, but hello, Miss Patty Fish. Welcome. That's a new name I don't remember seeing, but you're most welcome, Jennifer. Everybody knows Patty, but it's new to me. So welcome aboard my little crazy corner of the world there, Miss Patty. Um, I don't know much on this channel. Mostly it's just a health update thing, just a kind of a BS talk about whatever. Um, yeah, that's about as far as my channel gets. It doesn't get a whole lot of. I don't put a whole lot of into it. Uh, it's just kind of a random. Oh, here, let me say hi to everybody type thing. So you just never know when I'll be on here and do things and say things, or to um, yeah, um, we'll be on. So welcome to the welcome to the welcome to the my corner of the world. Yeah, I wasn't trying to figure out how to say something of it, and it just wasn't coming out. Something clever to say wasn't very clever. Be safe going home, sir. But of course, I guess if I was around more, I'd probably know who she was. So you're welcome. Everybody gets blueberried in here, so that's that way nobody can fight with anybody, and you know I don't want one overpowering another and another overpowering another or nothing like that. It just I try to blueberry everybody, and we'll all get along. And if we don't get along, then I'll unblueberry and you'll be gone. Bye bye. Seem fair enough? But we just chat and hang out, and yeah, we so everybody ready for this next bout of storms coming up that live up to the north in the Dakotas and what have you. If you're up that way, or in the Northeast, if you're up that way, and the way it's supposed to be, forecast I'm seeing is not looking too pretty. Well, if you're down south, it's not looking too pretty either. Um, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's supposed to get some pretty good snow up towards the northern states, and some nastiness down to the south. Yep. Yeah, they're saying from starting like Monday night, Tuesday morning, uh, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, in through Mississippi, Louisiana, all the way back up through that way. It could be really kind of nasty. No, not too far away. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Here's the little monster I chase after all the time. No, nothing in Florida. The Panhandle, like Wednesday night, Thursday. Really? Wednesday night, Thursday in the Panhandle uh, is what I'd heard. Um, a fellow called Ryan Hall, RYANHALL, and then the y'all, uh, Ryan Hall, y'all. His channel is who I follow as far as weather goes, and he's the most accurate person I have found for weather um, even over the Weather Channel or any others. And he's really good about forecasting um, the weather. Yeah, you see yourself on there? Yeah, yeah. There's the Buster. I know, Buster and Grandpa. Yeah. He when he's with Grandma and Grandpa, he has it. You know, you got to sit right here till Mommy gets back. Oh no! Don't start. Stop. Ow. Okay. Stop. Yes, his channel has exploded, and so has it Vince's uh oh yeah. Say bye, ladies and gents. And he's off and gone. Brandon's. But yeah, his y'all squad is something else. That just warms your heart when he does what he does. Uh, at least for me, it does. Anyhow, uh, on Lisa. Oh, cool, Kathy.
Go. Where are we going?
Yeah, I like his. I got both of his channels, his extra and his regular channel. I think I don't remember if he's got a third one or not, but I have both of them, the extra and his main channel. And the little lady that took Carly's place is pretty good, I think. Uh, she went off and got married, and uh, yes, he does. He sure does. It's there you go, Patty. I put it in the chat for you on how it is. Uh, but he's just a weather geek. He was doing it out of his own house, and then he got a different building, and he has a merchandise channel or a merchandise site. And oh, there you go, Kathy. Thank you. Um, well, hi, Miss Carol. Um, and he runs it out of the warehouse place now where he has all of his merchandise and stuff. Uh, if I knew how to drop the link, I would drop the link and invite folks to come up. But I'm we're just gonna call it like it is and visit like we're visiting. So I'm doing okay up here like this. This is working. So um, I blueberried Miss Carol because I didn't realize she wasn't blueberried before, but she is now. So But yeah, he'll if there's bad weather, he'll go live, and he'll have several different storm chasers out and about, like Vince Welty and uh, Brandon. I can't remember all their names, um, but he'll have live storm chasers on his feed, and he'll go to each one of them as they're chasing into a storm, and uh, have live updates right there on the spot as the storms go through. It's really and live radar and everything too, and he's got 3 or 4 people that work with him that he'll bring up, and they'll talk about. Uh, all right, Mike, you take care. Hey, thank you for popping in, my friend. Um, Much appreciated, Mike. It's good seeing you. I'll try not to be such a stranger around your auctions and stuff. It just depends on the. I know it's on Saturdays uh, or Sundays. Yeah. I'll try not to be such a stranger, but I'll try to pop in and say hey every now and then. So take care of yourself, Mike. Good seeing you. Tell John hey also. Um, but yeah, he does a really good job, and uh, like I was saying about that y'all fund, he just he'll his chasers have access to it, and hey TG, what's up, girl? Um, a couple of them have access to it, and if there's people that need stuff, he'll have them chasers go get it and take it to them, like bottled water and supplies, tarps, this, that, or whatever, and it just it's crazy. Like the new name TG, that is so suiting. Yes, very much so. I think I was in Victoria's the other day when I was in the Hopsicle, and I seen you had changed it, but I was kind of loopy loopy, didn't say much about it, but I like the name. I like that. That suits you very well. Mr. J, welcome back, sir. I was having technical, yeah, I was having issues of the technical kind. There you go, TG. You've been blueberried as well. But to recap the few that have come in here, health wise, I feel better outside of the back and the shaking and the headaches and so forth. Health wise, I feel better now than I have in the last 3 months or so. Uh, the breathing wise, it's a lot better. Uh, I'm working on the non-smoking, quitting smoking of cigarettes anyhow. Um, I was down to none for about a week, and then it's like I've had one and it lasted me all day, and then I had a couple in one day, and then next day I didn't have any, and then the next day I had one and it lasted me all day. It just depends on the day. I miss you too, TG, and I'm sorry, dear. I find myself off in other worlds. Chasing the grandson's the biggest one. Um, Family type thing. and dealing with the health issues and trying to get some things lined out for Tina and I to make things easier for us to live, is kind of taking priority over a lot of things right now. Not going into too many gory details, but just trying to make things easier for us to live is what's kind of taking priority right now. Um, During the week is finding and um, trying to find the trying to get the doctors to realize, hey, we are as bad as we are, and we're not going to get any better. So we need to step up the game and get this stuff taken care of. And like I said earlier, I've been sleeping in this electric lift chair now for 2 weeks. I'm going to try my bed tonight, and hopefully I can sleep. But otherwise, it's back to this lift chair thingy, and it's uncomfortable. You know, I mean, it works, but it's not meant to be. You know, I need, yeah. Even though I have a ton of pillows and everything, it's in bed, it's just not that comfy. Snowing in Rhode Island. Well, let's wish you a white Christmas, but let's hope it's not all that crazy white up there for you, Miss Carol. Um, it would be nice to have a little snow, but I don't want a whole lot of snow because it just makes it harder to get around in for us. Currently, it's 38 degrees here Fahrenheit. So, hi, Miss Irene. I just, you know, um, I watch a lot of Disney because of the little man. Um, uh, because he loves Disney movies, Cars, Toy Story, Moana, Lilo and Stitch, Ice Age. Um, there's another one that I can't pronounce, but it's some kind of a Spanish type movie, um, Enchanted or something like that. No, not Enchanted. What'd you say? Encanto or Encanto or something. We don't talk about Bruno. That's the thing I remember most about it. They don't talk about Bruno. Encanto. Okay, okay, okay. There, it's in the chat. Tina put it in. And Irene, you've been blueberried. So y'all must have been out, or poop, poop. Y'all must have been out, out, out running around the dumpsters. Well, everybody gets blueberried in here. That way, nobody can pick on anybody. And if you pick on anybody, then you get unblueberried and you get booted. After a certain amount of time, of course, But it's free love and blueberries. Oh, wow, they lock them. Gotcha. I don't think I can handle dumpster diving right now. I wouldn't be able to stand long enough to try to bend down to get into any of them. Yeah, TG. Nah, sort of, kind of, half, sort of, kind of, not believe that one, but okay. Thank you, Miss Patty. But yeah, no, I said just I was gonna just an update that health wise with me, still dealing with the migraines, the chronic back pain, the shaking, and everything like I've been dealing with for the last 2.5, 3 years. They did do another MRI here a month or so ago. There is another spot forming. It's smaller than a BB. They're going to monitor it the next 6 months to a year. Up there, a little tumor, brain tumor thingy. He said right now it's nothing to worry about. Um, the new development is lung issues of emphysema, bronchitis, asthma, COPD, uh, allergies. That the allergies kick in and it triggers everything else, and I get to wheezing, sneezing, coughing, cripping, carrying on. A week ago, this past Wednesday, it was so bad I pretty well fainted um, from coughing and carrying on. Tina called the Band-Aid buggy, took me to the hospital, admitted me for Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and got to come home a week ago yesterday. Um, by Tuesday or Wednesday, I was actually starting to feel pretty good. Um, uh, so now I'm um, actually feeling okay. I don't have much of a cough anymore. Of course, I called the pharmacist at the pharmacy we use and talked to her and asked her what she recommended with all the other medications that I'm on, what she would recommend me getting to use to try to help, curb this cough and stuff outside of quitting smoking, which I'm working on, slowly working on with patches and such. Um, but yeah, it's well past my head. Um, and thank you, Miss Carol. Uh, but yeah, she recommended some cough syrup stuff. So I had my daughter get me some, and then within a couple days or so of using it, the tickle issue's kind of gone away. So, I just use it once a day now, uh, just to keep that tickle out of my throat, so I don't get the coughing my head off. It with the allergy medicines and stuff has kind of gotten things calmed down. Uh, so far, knock on wood, you know, of sorts that I'm going to try to actually sleep in the bed tonight. Um, so maybe I can actually get a good night's sleep. Because when I was in the hospital this last time in the ER, because I spent the first night in the ER because they didn't have any rooms ready, um, they started me out laying almost flat, and I'd cough and hack and croup and carry on, and then they started bringing me up a little bit at a time, and I wound up at about a, oh, not at 45 and not at 90, but somewhere there in between, to where I would actually could sleep and not hack and cough and croup and carry on. Um, so the doctor in ER was like, "You need to have some way of propping yourself up like this." I said, "Well, right now all I have is my electric lift chair and my bed." I said, "Well, obviously my bed's not working because it's flat." I said, "But my electric lift chair, He says, "No, you need a hospital bed." He says, "You need to get on your doctors and get a hospital bed because that's the only way you're going to be able to sleep." I said, "Well, I'll do what I can." So, battling with them to try to figure out who's in charge of it this past week has been a nightmare. But we'll figure it out. And then when they finally got me a room, the nurses did the same thing. They started me out almost laying flat and started bringing me up every so often. I'd get to carrying on, and they'd raise me up and got me up to that angle again, and I was not so bad. And that's where they left me and told me not to go below that angle. And then the second night, which would have been Friday night, I was able to lay down a little flatter, but I had pillows beside me, help prop myself up. And of course, they had me on oxygen um, all but Saturday. Late Friday night, they took me off of oxygen because my levels had finally stabilized. And by Saturday, I was on room air, and my O2 levels were in the mid 90s. So, yeah, that's just it. I never got to talk to any of the social workers. They, for some reason, out here at this little Band-Aid station, they don't do stuff like that. That's up to your primary care. And when I finally got a hold of the primary care, they said no, the pulmonologist is the one that's got to do that. Well, when I got a hold of the pulmonologist says no, the primary care is the one. So they're battling over each other. Yeah, I'm going to have to start making phone calls tomorrow and see who, what, and where, because something's got to give on that end. Not only because of my breathing, for the simple fact that before all this breathing issues and everything, it would keep Tina awake at night as well because of my shaking and flopping and flaunting around in bed. It got so bad that she was starting to build a wall in between us to keep her from getting hit or kicked because of me flopping and flaunting around. Um, uh, in bed because of the because of the my body just doing what my body does in the middle of the night. Um, I'd ask, can you come sit in here for a couple minutes? Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I promise. Hey, Ted. Sorry to have to run out there, y'all. I couldn't get the camera to shut off for some reason, but anyhow, how's Mr. Ted doing? As I was saying, though, I was got to get just trying to get bless you, trying to get things lined out in life. Bless you. You're welcome. Uh, yeah, and trying to get her taken care of. We got a different primary now that we've had for a couple months, and she's working on getting doctors lined up for Tina and what have you. And some of them's not until freaking May that you can't get in to see them. Oh no, Ted, that's not good. Um, as early as they can get into. Yes, thank you, sir. Just was just popping on just to do a random live just because uh, give everybody kind of an update that hey, I am still alive. We are still alive. Ma's kicking as well. Um, Better some days than others for her. For me, the same. Here as of late, the last couple of days, I have felt better physically and mentally, as far as breathing wise goes, than I have in 3 months or better. Body wise, no, the chronic pain, headaches and stuff, and the shaking are still horrid. But other than that, I'm doing okay. Um, still able to put 2 feet on the ground, even though I walk with a cane. You know, Still able to put 2 feet on the ground and get around. So I guess that is a good thing at this point. Um, Better than pushing up daisies or being warm dirt or sitting on a mantle collecting dust. uh, I just not much else. Just kind of here. Been taking care of the grandkids. Grandson, mostly the youngest one, the little man that I know. Most of you have seen. Um, Schmoozy, bring him here. Irene and Carol's in here.
Get out of the bathroom.
Of course, he heads to the bathroom. All little kids love to play in the. All kids love to play in the bathroom at some point in time. I know you can't see them, but they can see you. Stop. Look. I know you can't see them, but they want to see you. There you go. Yeah, right there.
Carol says, RJ. Hello, RJ. Hugs, little man. Yes, he is definitely getting really big.
He's got a black eye.
Is he waving? Hi, handsome. Auntie Mimi says hi. Yeah.
Yeah. Use your other hand to wave. Okay. I'm sorry. There you go. Mom getting in the eyes. Yeah. Everybody's saying kisses and hi, handsome, and googly eyes and loves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. Now you're waving at them. Now they can see you. You gotta bring your hand this way. Oh, forgive me. There. Bring it closer to my head. Now they can see you better. Now wave at them. Yeah. Tell them a story. Uh huh. Yeah. Tell them about it. Yeah. Yeah. Auntie Carol said, tickle, 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 tickle. That's when Auntie Carol goes, tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 she says. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Yeah. She says, oh boy, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Get him, 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 get him. Get him, 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 Oh, hi. Yeah, you telling the story? Yeah. What's mommy got?
Cheese.
Mommy got snacky stuff? Yum. 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 You gonna go follow mommy and food? Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Bye. Mom's got food. He's off and gone. Yeah. Mommy's got cheese sticks and something else, and he's off and gone. So, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I know that's been a while back, and uh, I know the other holidays coming up here before long, that Christmas one, and I'm sure most of you are probably dreading it or are already ready for it to be over with. Um, I'm kind of in the middle of both, especially with the grandkids. I'm excited for it because of the grandkids, but it's sadly for the years it's just become another day. But the grandkids is what makes it special. Um, so yeah, that'd be that's the reason this year's the grandkids is be for us. Be that special time. So yeah. So Miss Irene, you've been doing all right. I know I'd heard you say somewhere along the line you're not doing the baking and such like you used to because it's so rough on you. Um, and I understand that. Uh, my mother used to bake and make stuff like crazy over the years, and it would take a weekend and do nothing but and start early Saturday morning. By Sunday night, it just you'd just be wore out nonstop going. And the worst was the fudge and the divinity, however you say that gross tasting stuff. I always like helping do the cookies and stuff, doing the cutting and the decorating and what have you. Forget to mention whoever's hanging in the rafters. Hello up there. Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining and hanging out. You don't have to be shy. You're welcome to say hello and, pull up a seat in the corner and order up a water and sit back and enjoy and say hi. You don't have to hide in the rafters. That's fine. But if that's where you prefer, that's fine too. No hard feelings, no ill wishes. Yes, Miss Carol, it's been a while. It really has been, and I know it needs to be more often than it has been. So I'll try to make that a bucket list for this upcoming year is to be on here a little more often as possible. I've got a A&W root beer and a glass of iced tea, Miss Kathy. That's what my two drinks are right now. The tea I haven't touched. It's full of ice and fresh tea. It's just sitting there. But I had an A&W in the fridge, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds good." So I grabbed it. Ah, gotcha. Well, that was pretty good timing then for me to pop on. Even after my technical difficulties, that Tina had to hit me upside the head with the frying pan to get straightened out. Yeah, A&W and Bargs and ABC is about the three root beers that I like the most out of them that we have around here. Um, I think A&W and Bargs is right there, one and two. Um, get some good A&W root beer with some good vanilla ice cream, and then we're talking some yumminess. And if you're really in a pinch, you can go Great Value root beer. It's not as good, but it works. Oh yeah, yeah, the old frosty mugs. Back when I was a kid, there was a little drive-in stand place about 3 miles from the house. We used to go there on weekends sometimes, and they homemade onion rings and frosty mug sodas and stuff, and you can get a whatever kind of float you wanted, whether it be root beer, Pepsi, Coke, whatever. And it was always, or just regular sodas was always in a frosty mug. And they brought it out to you. There was no sit down places you sit in your car and ate. They had like a spot for like 20 or 30 cars that you could get into this little restaurant place, little drive-in restaurant. And, oh, that's not good, Patty. Only thing root beer does to me is just give me the burps, especially if I chug it. And if you hear a little clanky bangy thingy, I don't know what he's doing, but he's banging on the window in his bedroom with something back there. Well, Lisa, wrong way. I'd share my A&W with you if I could. I think I'm gonna have to have the kid when she goes to the store get a little bit of vanilla ice cream. That's sounding really good right now. Let it let it sit and get a little thawed out a little bit, and a cup, and then put some root beer on top of it, and yeah. Just what a fat kid needs is a root beer float right now. I got to figure out what I'm making for supper tonight. Um. Oh yeah, never mind. Frozen dinner thingies in the microwave and smashed taters. I think it's like Salisbury steak and like chicken sauce something. Yeah. No, Dr. Pepper is not even anywhere close to root beer. That is battery acid and dog pee on steroids. That is some nasty stuff. Sorry, Kathy. And sorry for those that like Dr. Pepper, but yuck. Yeah, I don't do diet sodas. Years ago, it was nothing but Diet Mountain Dew, but it did, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I got away from that. Now I can't stand now I cannot stand Mountain Dew at all. Um, Root beer, Pepsi or cherry Pepsi is about what I drink, or a 7 Up. Mostly tea and milk. A gallon of milk, about 2 gallons a week on the milk is what I'll go through by myself now. If I get heartburn, it's more than that. Well, not more than that, but it it relieves heartburn for me if I get a little bit of heartburn or feel like I have some heartburn. I drink a little bitty cup of milk and all good. Um, Not much else to say. I just kind of here. So I guess with that note, probably ought to, talk myself into a corner, and I guess I'm about done talking, I reckon. Unless somebody's got some other subject they want to yak about or something. Um, I'm sad that baseball season's over with, but next season's not too far around the corner. I don't follow football, so I couldn't tell you who's doing what and where with football. I've never followed soccer, so I have no idea anything about soccer. Um, Golf, I know it's not the season for that. Um, Beyond that, I couldn't tell you anything else about sports. Um, or who's doing what, where, with what. Um, I don't do politics, so that's not even an option. Um, Weather, it's cloudy as all daylight outside. Has been all day long. It looked like it could do that dirty four-letter S word most of the day today. Um, just glad it hasn't, but it looks like it could have all day long. Um, it's currently 38 degrees still outside, 36 degrees. So, yeah, nice toasty weather for shorts and a t-shirt. Not a problem, Patty. Like I said, welcome to my little corner of this crazy world. You see how how I do in here. You're welcome back anytime I'm around. Um, Welcome aboard. Thanks for stopping in. You have a wonderful evening. Yeah, Carol, it's been kind of odd here as well. We've had some colder days and then some warmer days and then some really windy days there for a little bit. Um, the whole season's been kind of weird. The whole year's been kind of weird as far as the weather goes. But this setup like this, running a little tablet with the light behind it, does that work okay as far as uh, picture wise goes for um, me being set up like this? Seemed to be not too much overkill on the lighting or underkill, I guess. Of course, I'm looking at it through, my end, but how's it coming across out there on that end? Does it, I guess, look okay? Because if it does, then that's how I'll do it. Yeah, true, Lisa. Um, okay, thank you, Carol. Um, You just never know, though. It can happen year round, but yeah, the majority of it is over with. Thank goodness. All right, I'll remember that and use that little light thingy again next time I do this, and we'll set it up pretty much the same way, and I'll have a little better knowledge of what I'm doing next time than I did this time, because it's been quite a while since I've done this. So yeah, and we'll just yeah. I know what to do for a setup now for my setup for um, doing this live, doing these, doing these. Yeah, it's about nap time. Because usually about this time of the afternoon, little man would be curling up here, and we'd be taking an afternoon siesta. I know, Miss Carol, and I apologize, dear. Like I said, we've been in and out of the hospital. Well, a total of 4 times this year, but 3 times in the last 4 months, I've been in the hospital. Minimum of 2 days, maximum of four, so 3 or 4 days at a time. Um, just and just been really under the weather this past week's the best I have felt physically, mentally, with the exception of the chronic battling that I've been battling. Um, and it's like, okay, I was telling Tina, talked to Tina yesterday and said, I'm going to try to do a live tomorrow. And she handed me this little tablet and said, here, charge it and we'll make it work. So here we are. Yay. And, like I said, I'll put it on the bucket list of, in the top 5 of things to try to do more of for this upcoming year is to, you know, might not be every week, might only be every other week or so, but at least hop on here for maybe an hour and say hello to everybody and, what have you. So ain't promising, but I'll do my best to try to. How's that sound? And then I'll do my best to try to, pop in and see, say hey to everybody whenever I see that you're on, Miss Carol or Miss Irene's on and what have you. So, you know, it just depending on the day and how things are running around here with the little man and uh, he just he's a handful. If he's running free, I'm usually right behind him, picking up what he's tearing apart. Got my fly swatter. Stay out of that. Stay out of that. Stay out of that. Stay out of that. How it goes. Little ones with fly swatters. No, 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 no. And it's not all that hard. It's just, you know, trying to learn them. Stay out of stuff. Leave things alone. Get out. No, get out. Stay out. That's not yours. Put it back. But we'll just we'll see what we can make happen. Sound good? Sound good. On that note, folks, thank everybody for stopping in. It's greatly appreciated. I apologize that it has been a while that I've seen a lot of you, or that I have been seen. Um, but unless you hear otherwise, that we have kicked the bucket. Know that we are doing okay. Um, things are just, we're just living life, doing everything that we can do and doing what we can do, living day to day. Um, but once again, thank you all for stopping by, having a seat, having a drink. Um, no, I know, Carol. I'm not meaning it that way. Uh, I would always tell the riders when I drove the bus, if I didn't, they'd always say, "See you tomorrow," and I'd say, "Yep." If I don't wake up dead, and they'd all look at me and say, "What? How? What do you mean?" It's like, "Well, you'll see me tomorrow if I don't wake up dead." Well, if you wake up dead, then I won't see it. Exactly. So if I don't wake up dead, you'll see me tomorrow. And they just kind of give me a perplexed look, and I'm like, think about it. If I don't wake up dead, you'll see me tomorrow. So in other words, you will see me tomorrow unless I wake up dead. Chances are you will see me tomorrow because I don't plan on waking up dead. You know, but just they there was just a saying that you know made people laugh and made people look at me like I'm crazy, which we all know I am crazy to an extent. Not so much so now, but yeah, I'm babbling, so I just do. But I'll leave you with that note, and on that note, thank you all again. Bless y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that other stuff that whatever, however, and we will catch you here in the near future somewhere along the way. Lots of hearts, lots of hugs, and we'll catch you later. Toodly doodlies.